is week 9 of the...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Got a man. It's complete to Gillette. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Ryan. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The play fake. Here's Ryan. That's going to be caught by Alley-Cox. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, we get a first look at this Patriots offense and, of course, leading them for his second season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing, Jones. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. The Patriots at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Jones. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. You got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did?
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Boy, a nice up converting on 3rd and 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Out left and complete to Thornton. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Folk's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Ryan. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set them down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Ryan. Dancing to his, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack, trying to get away, but could not. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time. Goes right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Jones on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Off play action. Jones. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The longtime vet, Jamie Collins, the man to bring him down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He's got his man, Thornton. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 29, Ryan. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Patriots to take over. They fell last week to the Jets, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake. Jones. And this is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. The pass to Henry is intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Running left, Taylor. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip some at the second level.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
New England's offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw fighting Thornton over the middle. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Ryan. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Ryan. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Ryan. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. To give you an idea how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
If he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. New England trying to get a place on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Jones now throwing to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Complete. It's Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw again. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones got his man. It's Thornton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Oh, no, he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's a sneak with Jones, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defense in front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? As another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
To throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Here's Ryan. Pass complete to Allie Cox. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll be stopped after a very short gain, and now you're looking at fourth down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Now moving with just one remaining in this fourth quarter play. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. To throw is Ryan. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ryan. Oh, and it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Patriots are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played. Yeah, and it created a big run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Harris. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well. And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score and OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness. I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it, what I would call old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we? Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great, great game that we bore witness to. So for New England, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's another week, another loss, as they fall now to 0-9. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. different. Couldn't afford to stop and go, I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for every